Welcome back to Taboo Unlock, where we dive into the conversation that most people shy away from. I am your host, and I'll be guiding you through the complex and often misunderstood world of human relationships. This is a new season, and we are kicking things off with a topic that's been gaining more attention lately: ethical non monogamy. What is it? Why are people exploring it? And could it be something you might want to consider? Let's start with it. So, what exactly is ethical non monogamy? Let's break it down. In the simplest terms, ethical non monogamy is the practice of having more than one romantic or sexual relationship at a time. But here's the key: everybody involved knows about it and has agreed to it. It's not sneaking around or keeping secrets, it's the opposite. It's about being honest and transparent with your partners. But ethical non monogamy is more than just an open relationship or casual dating. It's a mindset that emphasizes honesty, communication, and mutual respect. It is about recognizing that love and intimacy aren't limited resources. Just because you love one person doesn't mean there isn't room in your heart or life to love another. It is an understanding that relationships don't have to fit into a one size fits all model. Now, let's address some common misconceptions because ethical non monogamy is often misunderstood. One of the biggest myths out there is that it's just a fancy term for cheating. But cheating involves deceit and betrayal, doing something behind your partner's back. Whereas ethical non monogamy is all about being upfront and honest about your needs and desires from the start. Another myth is that people who choose ethical non monogamy are just afraid of commitment. The reality is quite the opposite. It takes a lot of commitment to maintain multiple relationships. You have to be committed to open communication, to managing your time and emotions, and to ensuring that everyone involved feels valued and respected. In ethical non monogamy, everyone is on the same page. It's not about getting more at someone else's expense, it's about creating a dynamic where everyone's needs and desires are considered and respected. And that requires a level of honesty and maturity that's often far beyond what we see in traditional monogamous relationships. Now that we have defined what ethical monogamy is, let's talk about why someone might choose this path. For many people, ethical non monogamy offers a unique sense of personal fulfillment that might not find in traditional monogamous relationships. It is not about wanting more or being greedy. It's about embracing the full spectrum of what it means to connect with others. Ethical non monogamy allows individuals to explore different aspects of their identity: sexual, romantic, even spiritual, in many ways that might be limited within the confines of a single partnership. Imagine being able to express different sides of yourself with different people. Imagine being able to express different sides of yourself with different people, each relationship offering something distinct and valuable, whether it's emotional support, intellectual stimulation, or simply shared experiences. Ethical non monogamy can provide a richer, more diverse emotional landscape. It is also about the connection, deep, meaningful connections that might not be possible in one on one relationship. In monogamous relationship, there can be an unspoken expectation that your partner needs to be everything to you: your lover, best friend, confidant, and more. But in ethical non monogamy, those roles can be shared among multiple people, allowing each relationship to thrive in its own unique way without the pressure of fulfilling every need. But why would someone choose ethical non monogamy? That's a big question. This is where we need to clear up some common misconceptions. One of the biggest misunderstanding is that people who practice non-monogamy are somehow commitment phobic, that they are just want to avoid responsibilities that come with a monogamous relationship. But the truth is often the opposite, man. Ethical non-monogamy actually requires a deep level of commitment, not just to one person, but to multiple people, and to the ongoing communication that's necessary to keep those relationships healthy. It's about being committed to honesty, to being open about your feelings, and to putting in the emotional labor required to maintain multiple connections. This isn't the easy way out. It's a path that demands a lot of work, understanding, and dedication. Another misconception is that ethical non monogamy is just about sex or fulfilling physical desires. While sexual freedom can be a part of it for many, it's more about the emotional and intellectual connection they can make with different people. It's about building a network of relationships that are mutually supportive, respectful, and nurturing. In fact, many people in non monogamous relationships reported feeling more fulfilled, more understood, and more connected than they ever did in traditional monogamous setups. When it comes to ethical non monogamy, communication is the absolute foundation. Without it, the whole structure crumbles. It is not just about the talking, it is also about listening, understanding, and being open to those difficult conversations that can arise. Setting clear boundaries is crucial, and these boundaries need to be discussed and agreed upon by everyone involved. Communication in ethical non monogamy isn't a one time thing, it is ongoing. It's about regularly checking in with your partners, making sure everyone is on the same page, and being willing to adjust as feelings and situation evolve. Consent is also involved here. It's not just given once and forgotten. It is something that can be revisited and renegotiated whenever necessary. This level of transparency and respect is what makes ethical non monogamy work. Now let's talk about jealousy, a feeling that's often seen as a relationship killer. In ethical non monogamy, jealousy doesn't have to be something to fear or suppress. Instead, it can be a powerful tool for growth. When jealousy arises, it's an opportunity to explore what's really going on beneath the surface. Is it insecurity, fear of losing connection, or perhaps unmet needs? By talking openly about your jealousy with your partners, you can use it as a way to deepen your understanding of yourself and your relationship. In ethical non monogamy, jealousy isn't a sign that something is wrong, it is a signal that something needs attention. Addressing it together can actually bring you closer, strengthening the trust and communication that are essential in any relationship. Ethical non monogamy isn't for everyone, but it is definitely a valid option for those interested in exploring a different kind of relationship structure. It is all about approaching it with an open mind, being willing to communicate openly, and committing to mutual respect and understanding. Whether you are curious or considering it for yourself, remember that the key is to stay informed and to keep the dialogue going. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of ethical non monogamy. If this episode has piqued your interest or raised new questions, I encourage you to continue exploring and engaging with this topic. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and most importantly, keep talking. This has been Taboo Unlocked, and in our next episode, we will dive into the more of the conversation that matter most. Until then, take care, stay curious.